Today, I want to share with you an excerpt from the book I Am That by Maharaj. And this excerpt, after which I will also give my interpretation of what we read, it will really help you understand the contradicting powers of the mind. It will help you understand the magnitude and the significance of witnessing. And it will truly help you gain a greater perspective on how to build this sense of earnestness, this willingness to go deeper into the teaching. So let's begin. The excerpt goes as, first the questioner asks, there is a yogi who says that for realization, the eightfold yoga is not necessary, that willpower alone will do. It is enough to concentrate on the goal with full confidence in the power of pure will to obtain effortlessly and quickly what others take decades to achieve. Maharaj, concentration, full confidence, pure will. With such assets, no wonder one attains in no time. This yoga of will is all right for the mature seeker, who has shed all desires but one. After all, what is will but steadiness of heart and mind? Given such steadfastness, all can be achieved. Questioner, I feel the yogi did not mean mere steadiness of purpose resulting in ceaseless pursuit and application. He meant that with will fixed on the goal, no pursuit or application is needed. The mere fact of willing attracts its object. Maharaj, whatever name you give it, will, steady purpose, or one-pointedness of mind, you come back to earnestness, sincerity, honesty. When you are in dead earnest, you bend every incident, every second of your life to your purpose. You do not waste time and energy on other things. You are totally dedicated. Call it will, love, or plain honesty. We are complex beings, at war within and without. We contradict ourselves all the time, undoing today the work of yesterday. No wonder we are stuck. A little integrity would make a lot of difference. Questioner, what is more powerful, desire or destiny? Maharaj, desire shapes destiny. Questioner, and destiny shapes desire. My desires are conditioned by heredity and circumstances, by opportunities and accidents, by what we call destiny. Maharaj, yes, you may say so. Questioner, at what point am I free to desire what I want to desire? Maharaj, you are free now. What is it that you want to desire? Desire it. Questioner, of course I am free to desire, but I am not free to act on my desire. Other urges will lead me astray. My desire is not strong enough, even if it has my approval. Other desires which I disapprove of are stronger. Maharaj, maybe you are deceiving yourself. Maybe you are giving expression to your real desires, and the ones you approve of are kept on the surface for the sake of respectability. Questioner, it may be as you say, but this is just another theory. The fact is that I do not feel free to desire what I think I should, and when I seem to desire rightly, I do not act accordingly. Maharaj, it is all due to weakness of the mind and disintegration of the brain. Collect and strengthen your mind, and you will find that your thoughts and feelings, words and actions will align themselves in the direction of your will. Questioner, again, a counsel of perfection. To integrate and strengthen the mind is not an easy task. How does one begin? Maharaj, you can start only from where you are. You are here and now. You cannot get out of here and now. Questioner, but what can I do here and now? Maharaj, you can be aware of your being here and now. Questioner: that is all? Maharaj: that is all. There is nothing more to it. Questioner: in all my waking and dreaming, I am conscious of myself. It does not help me much. Maharaj: you are aware of thinking, feeling, doing. You are not aware of your being. Questioner: what is the new factor you want me to bring in? Maharaj: the attitude of pure witnessing, of watching the events without taking part in them. Questioner: what will it do for me or to me? Maharaj: weak-mindedness is due to lack of intelligence, of understanding, which again is the result of non-awareness. By striving for awareness, you bring your mind together and strengthen it. Questioner: I may be fully aware of what is going on, and yet quite unable to influence it in any way. Maharaj: you are mistaken. What is going on is a projection of your mind. A weak mind cannot control its own projections. Be aware, therefore, of your mind and its projections. You cannot control what you do not know. On the other hand, knowledge gives power. In practice, it is very simple. To control yourself, know yourself. Questioner: maybe I can come to control myself, but shall I be able to deal with the chaos in the world? Maharaj: there is no chaos in the world, except the chaos which your mind creates. It is self-created, in the sense that at its very center is the false idea of oneself as a thing different and separate from other things. In reality, you are not a thing, nor are you separate. You are the infinite potentiality, the inexhaustible possibility. Because you are, all can be. The universe is but a partial manifestation of your limitless capacity to become. So this is quite a simple and straightforward conversation. The reason I wanted to share this with you is because so many of us are caught in this battle that the questioner is talking about. Wanting something, wanting to go a certain direction, yet our behavior showing something entirely different. We maybe even, just for example, watch a ton of these videos, yet we fail when it comes to practicing what we ourselves claim to understand from these videos or these books. Whereas without application, without sincere application, without earnestness, as Maharaj says, there can be no result. There can be no realization. Maharaj says, we are complex beings at war within and without. We contradict ourselves all the time, undoing the work of today, undoing today the work of yesterday. No wonder we are stuck. A little integrity would make a lot of difference. What Maharaj is asking the questioner to do is have one-pointedness of purpose. When the will is one-pointed, all the actions, the thoughts, emotions, circumstances themselves begin to be sort of aligned with your intention. And when the questioner says, I know, but it's still not working. I feel like I'm free to desire, but I cannot, my actions don't relay that. So Maharaj says, then maybe you are deceiving yourself. Maybe you are actually giving expression to the desires that you really want, and you want these greater things that you say you want just for the sake of respectability. For example, the day-to-day things you're doing, the behaviors and patterns, maybe that's actually what you want right now. Maybe that's comfortable, maybe that's familiar, maybe that's what feels like home, feels like me. And for that reason, you continue to give expression to those things. They still have a bit of interest from you. They still have a bit of, love and care and attention and desire from you. And the things you say you want to be maybe, free of the mind. You want to know what you truly are. maybe these are just desires that you're seeing videos, or you're reading people's books regarding this topic. For the sake of respectability, you want this desire, and it maybe even feels good to want it. So this is where I say, even like with a physical goal, you have to really spend some time and get clear on what it is you prioritize. I've been doing this coaching thing for quite a while, and I've worked with so many people now, and I can see that the people that go deeper into the teaching, the people that get results, even with like physical goals, are ones who take the time to really prioritize what is important to them. And they sacrifice and discard all the rest that is not as important as the one thing that they truly care about. The mere willingness to sacrifice what is comfortable for what you actually find important and care for is the type of earnestness that Maharaj talks about here. And that is what he's really talking to the questioner about, where he said that right now this lack of willingness is all due to the weakness of the mind and disintegration of the brain. You see, like when we begin this spiritual journey, and especially when we're going deeper into the spiritual teaching, our mind is so scattered, our attention so scattered. So Maharaj is saying, collect your mind, because the more scattered your attention becomes, the mind becomes, the weaker it becomes as well. It totally loses its power. And as Maharaj says, it loses its capacity to control its own projections. Maharaj is saying, collect your mind and strengthen it. So how, the questioner says, how do I build this willingness? How do I strengthen this capacity? Maharaj says, the only thing you can do is be aware of your being. The only thing you need to do, here and now. And the questioner is like, that's all? And Maharaj says, yes, there's nothing more to it. To the questioner, he says, you're constantly aware of your thinking, your feeling, and your doing. You are not aware of your own being, the fact that you are. So the attitude that you have to bring into your day-to-day life is the attitude of pure witnessing, of watching the events without taking part in them. And this is the main thing that now we also discuss on this channel. The mode of pure observing, without interest, without involvement. Because this is ultimately what unmixes your beingness from all the content of awareness, from all the limitations that are self-imposed. So in this way, see that witnessing is not some passive position. It is full of power. It is ultimately what power is. And the contents of life always shape themselves around this attitude. You see, like you may say, like, oh, once I take this attitude of pure witnessing, of not involving myself in my thoughts or the emotions that arise, or the feelings or the circumstances, then what kind of life is going to be lived? But try it out and see for yourself how life still unfolds. Nothing of value is taken away. But all the dysfunction, the self-manufactured suffering surely is taken away. It surely does vanish, because all that is built on false ideas and wrong concepts, which you are currently identified with, bought into, and also due to the weakness of mind. So pure witnessing is quite literally all that is required. Even this inability to stay consistent with the teaching and apply the teaching is itself the result of this scattered mind. As Maharaj says, a weak mind cannot control its own projections. Be aware, therefore, of your mind and its projections. Awareness brings knowledge, power, understanding. You cannot control what you do not know. On the other hand, knowledge gives power. In practice, it is very simple. To control yourself, know yourself. So I did a video very recently where we spoke of identification versus resting as yourself. And in that we spoke of when you have a deeper understanding of yourself rather than just this object, this physical object, this body and these thoughts, then you can rest as that seeing rather than constantly following and suffering those mental projections. You see? If you need to go watch that video, I'll link it down below. And that is what Maharaj is saying here as well. To control yourself, know yourself. Rest as the seeing, the pure witnessing. So that is the main idea that I wanted to share today. You know, we talk a lot on this channel about how to implement this teaching. However, the implementation part has to come from you, right? That inner willingness to stay consistent with it. And that is why I felt that this was so important to share. Let me know if this brought value, and let me know if you want me to make more videos like this where I'm actually sharing certain excerpts from books. I always appreciate your feedback. Okay, but other than that, I hope it was of value. Thank you for watching this video. Now, here are a couple of ways that I can be of direct help to you right now. Okay, and I'm going to link everything that I mentioned right now in the description box below. So number one is you can join our free Personal Mastery Quest community, our Facebook group, on which you can interact with me personally and ask me all your questions. I love the community over there, and I do my best to reply to you as soon as possible. Okay. Number two, if you have not yet watched my free Ego to Presence Masterclass, in which I teach you how to implement the teaching of self-inquiry into your life step by step and deepen your meditation and deepen your self-inquiry profoundly, then again, check the link in the description box below and go watch that masterclass. It is 1 hour. It will bring you tremendous value. Okay? And now lastly, if you want to work with me and my team personally, and you want me to help you dissolve mind identification and realize your true being, then you can check out my coaching program, the Higher Consciousness Shift. All the details of it are down below in the description box. Just click the link that is under section coaching. Okay, and it'll take you there to my personal website where you can go through all the details and book a free call with me, and we can decide if we're the right fit to work together. That's all for today. I will see you in the next video.